Alright, so I've got this Onkyo subwoofer SKW-100 and I get no audio out of it. So you see the LED right here and it's red right now. So I have no signal going into it, it's turned down right now. If I turn the signal level up, it turns green. I still get no audio. I'm feeding a 50 Hertz signal into it right now and I get nothing. So here is a partial schematic, and so this is the input jack, and it goes to RB301, which connects right here. And so this is the audio processing portion of it right here. This goes to CN302, which connects to here, which is the input level pot and the multicolor LED. I know that if I feed a signal into this, then I'm going to pin 4 and pin 3 right here. And so if I look at pin 3, it's the audio signal portion for the amplifier, and pin 4 goes over here into the buffer amplifier that ultimately goes down here to CN401, and it drives the multicolor LED. So I know some of this unit is working because when I put an audio signal into it right here, I see the LED change from red to green. So at least I know that this portion is working. I'm not sure about this portion up here, which is the audio amplifier circuit, and then over to here to the power amplifier to the actual speaker. So the first thing I'm going to do is tear this apart, and I'm going to check the ohms of the speaker to make sure it's just not simply blown. Something's got to be missing here because I should have full booming bass if I'm feeding 50 Hertz into it and get no audio output. So let's go ahead and we'll pull the hot plate off right here, get into it, and see what's inside. Okay, so I've got the subwoofer out of it. I just got to disconnect the terminals because I cannot pull the hot plate off because the leads are so short. I have to actually disconnect the speaker itself, and it wants to fight me. And I win. I got it off. So the speaker is rated 4 ohms, 100 watts. So let's do an ohm check. I'll short my leads together. I get 0.4 ohms, that's fine. Oh my goodness, the speaker is open. There's your problem. It's got a bad speaker. So I just need to find a suitable replacement subwoofer. Look at all the spider webs in this thing. Oh my goodness. So we'll just have to find a speaker and put back in there. Make it good again. So before I do that, I'm going to go and hook up the hot plate again. And so here are the speaker leads right here. I'm going to go ahead and connect those up to a regular speaker and put some audio into this and see if the amplifier is working correctly or not. Okay, so as you can see, I have the speaker leads connected here. They're not touching. I have them going over here to a set of regular speaker leads that goes up to a full range speaker, and I have my voltmeter connected to it in the DC volt position. I've got the power turned on. The standby light is red at the moment. I'm going to put some audio into it right now. There, it just turned green. So I've got a 30 Hertz signal going into it right now. Let's put it on AC. So as I turn the signal up and down, you can clearly see the amplifier is working. There's a 100 Hertz signal. So I think it just needs a new speaker. I don't think there's anything wrong with the amplifier. So I'll just have to find a suitable replacement speaker somewhere. eBay, Amazon, I'm not sure where. But I'll find an 8-inch speaker suitable for 100 watts, 4 ohms, and we'll throw it back in here and see if we get better results. Alright, so looking down in the subwoofer hole, the main thing I'm interested in is the clearance. So according to the tape measure, I have about 7 3/30 seconds, almost 7 1/8. So there I have it on the right side of your screen lined up with the 1-inch mark, and on the left side it is 8 1/8 minus the 1 inch, which gives me 7 1/8 inches. So that's what I'm looking for, is a subwoofer that will fill the 7 1/8 inch hole correctly. So from eBay, for $27.43, including tax with free shipping, I have ordered a Pyle Plpw8D 8-inch 800-watt max 4-ohm subwoofer. Now I've used this in the past and they've worked very well, so I'm going to go ahead and get one for this subwoofer and hopefully we'll get this up and running once again. So because inquiring minds want to know, this is a TDA7293 output IC on this subwoofer. Alright, so I just received my Pyle Plpw8D speaker in the mail, and as you can see, it has a little bit of shipping damage, but because it's my own use, I don't think that's going to be a problem. The cone seems to be intact. It moves freely. Everything's good. Let's take a look at the back side of it. Kind of got a smallish magnet, but I've used these before for subwoofer applications. They worked very well. Now, this does have a dual 4-ohm voice coil, which means I can parallel this and get 2 ohms, or I can put them in series. So I'd put the negative in series with this positive, and these would be my 2 leads here, and I'd get 8 ohms. Because the original speaker was rated at 4 ohms, 100 watts, I'm just going to go ahead and use one set of these 4-ohm voice coils. I'll go ahead and put my meter on it. Oh, exactly 4 ohms and 3.8 ohms. So we'll go ahead and use this side, which is exactly 4 ohms. I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and see if it's going to actually physically fit in this subwoofer, or if I'm going to have to take the jigsaw and cut the hole slightly to make it fit. Well, unfortunately, it is slightly larger. I thought the specs told me it was going to fit, but as you can see, it does not fit in there, so I'm going to have to take the jigsaw and probably cut out about 1/4 inch of material to get this baby to fit up inside there, but once I do that, I think it's going to be okay. So for the Plpw8D, it's telling me that the mounting diameter is 7.1 inches. I'm just going to go ahead and lay down some masking tape. So I went ahead and I've drawn a line around the outside. You can see right here is where the natural curve is, and I've moved it about 1/8 inch out. So we should get approximately another total of 1/4 inch of clearance all the way around. So let's go ahead and we'll run out to the garage and get the jigsaw out, and we'll try to trace this line with the jigsaw and make this hole about 1/4 inch larger total. All right, here we go. Engage safety squints. Now look at that. Alright, well, let's see if it's going to fit now. Oh man. Oh, it fits so good. There's probably a 1/16 inch play side to side this way, and about just under 1/8 inch top to bottom. So yeah, that's going to fit absolutely perfectly. So next I'm going to go ahead and vacuum this out, and then I will blow out the rest of the sawdust and we'll put it back together. Alright, so there's the final hole. All done. Down inside here there's the amplifier with the heat sink, and the power transformer lives right up here. I vacuumed out and blown out most of the sawdust down in the hole. So it's sitting upside down on my workbench right now, and I've got the hot plate mounter back in place, although this one's really not a hot plate because it does have the separate heatsink inside, which is probably a good idea because of all the air movement. It should be able to cool it quite nicely. Anyhow, let's go ahead and mount the speaker back in it now. I've got the wires prepped for the new speaker because it just has those spring-loaded terminals. Now, because the screw holes are already preset, I'm going to rotate this and put new holes in between the old ones. So the old screw holes were directly straight across, up and down, and then in the X pattern. So I'm going to rotate this so that I'm offsetting the new screw holes. So I've already went ahead and mounted all the screws. Unfortunately, my camera stopped recording at that point, but I do have them all mounted with drywall screws. A much better grab because this is a much larger throw woofer. You can see the original screws here were much too short. they would not even really penetrate the plastic mounting ring. As far as the broken portion, it's going to be fine. This is going to be my speaker. I'm going to use it out in the backyard by the pool when we're lounging on nice warm summer days. So next, I'm going to go ahead and put the pieces back on the bottom here, and then we'll mount the bottom plate across this. We'll fire it up and we'll give it a test. Okay, so let's feed some audio into this right now. I just have my audio generator connected to it right now. I'm going to feed some 20 hertz audio into it. So let's get some higher frequency audio. How about 40 hertz? Oh, everything is shaking. Even the thing's walking on the workbench. Alright, well there it is, 25 hertz. Look at that, it's shaking the camera. The bass is so intense. I certainly hope you enjoyed this video on the Onkyo SKW-100 subwoofer replacement with the Pyle Plpw8D. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, it really helps my channel grow. Remember, with your help, we can keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Everybody have a great day. Thanks so much for watching this video. Bye-bye.